and we begin a new trial.
My grandfather was a Cossack, and we Cossacks are not so easy to kill.
Glad to see you up and around, sir.
Thank you, Dasha. It is good to be alive. I was just about to congratulate the commander on his last operation. The crisis has been averted, and the advanced weapons technology is in our far more capable hands.
I know you're in need of rest, sir. But I thought you should know that the Allies' European forces have retreated north to their airbase in Iceland.
Thank you, Dasha. It's finally time to clear Europe of the Allied threat. They will be defending this base with everything they have. I'll send General Krukov again to join you in this battle. And while you are mopping up the last of those capitalist pigs, I will root out the enemy within.
All right. And you gotta love that kind of smile, that kind of cheesy acting. Well, you know what, I'll say this. The acting is good. It's just that when you sit there and look at Tim Curry's face, both he as an actor and the character are smiling. Both for two different reasons. I'll tell you, the actor's laughing because it's, you know, it's cartoonishly evil. And for the character, well, you'll see what happens later on. But, a little hint. Reading up here, no traitors tomorrow. I wonder what that could possibly mean. I wonder who the traitor could be. Who could have tried to assassinate the Premier? Well, let's find out. Or will we find out? It's a good question.
The Allies' European forces have retreated to their airbase in Iceland. This is their last station in Europe, but it is well armed and well fortified with the full might of the Allied Air Force. The General will be arriving once again to provide support, and you will have access to the Iron Curtain to help protect your armor in combat. Lead our nation to victory, comrade.
And something hilarious to think about. Having your airbase, your last airbase, your predominant airbase for Europe, centered in Iceland, next to Greenland. Greenland obviously being the more treacherous of the two. But Iceland, when you have jets, when you have turbines that need to be heated up, like just thinking about the maintenance of these fighters, these bombers and whatnot coming right out of Iceland. Granted, it could be on the very tips where it's greener, but I would imagine the storm activity and the ice would be one of the worst places you could think of to put an Air Force, especially your biggest, baddest base of Air Force technology. It would be more beneficial for you to have it somewhere here in the Middle East or North Africa, because you can still hit most of Europe. You can defend most of Europe through this area here. I mean, even if you had Soviet aggressions coming down and you're just getting past Germany, you could still have access through here, especially if you still had Spain. And I mean, and that's not even counting if you could come around the other side as well. But regardless, I just think that's hilarious. And I think it would be a nightmare for an engineer or anybody else having to work on them. Even if you had heated garages, or in this case, heated hangars, it would make little difference because the actual fighters and bombers would be in the air, and the air would be extra cold, not just regular cold, especially in the low level, not just the upper atmosphere, which is naturally going to be a little bit chillier. I can just imagine how bad that would be. But let's continue, and I actually have an answer as to why they put it here rather than in the Middle East or somewhere in North Africa, and I'll explain it when we're going knee-deep in the action.
The last major Allied target in Europe is the von Essling Air Base. Destroying this base will effectively free the last of European lands from Allied control. Your objective is simple. Locate the von Essling Air Base and destroy it. Due to the significance of this operation, General Krukov will once again be on site to supervise. Best of luck, Commander. This is a treacherous place.
You know it's a simple mission when they bring management into the operation. I wonder why. I wonder why they would bring somebody like Krukov into this mission. I don't know. I think maybe Oleg is the spy. Or maybe it'll be somebody random. Maybe it'll be one of the commanders we fought. We'll see. There goes the first bomber casualty of the day.
You will need all the help you can to defeat the Allies. Take this extra sum of credits to build up a force quickly.
As you can tell, that was a very
New
awkward
objective received.
message.
Construction complete.
At least it felt
New
awkward.
construction options.
It'll sure be nice having Europe under Soviet control when this is over. Okay, my friend, let's get moving. I have your back.
And with that kind of statement, you have to ask yourself, did the Allies solve what the Luftwaffe couldn't figure out? Did they? Did they really? Did they figure out air superiority?
Construction complete.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't be
Building.
surprised myself.
Construction
but
complete.
it's just hilarious to think that
Building.
Europe, the only thing that's stopping the Soviets is air power. That's it. No ground forces, nothing, just straight air
Building.
power. And yes, I did call it the Luftwaffe. Don't worry. I know.
Building.
I know.
Construction complete. Building. Enemy units detected.
Oh, the activities. The Soviet Union here.
A unit is under attack.
Hello again, Commander. As you can plainly see, I'm back. And this time, I'm gonna clean your clock.
I hope
Building.
so. It's gotten pretty
Construction
dusty.
Need
complete.
engineer?
Cancelled. Building.
What was that again?
Man, get you over
A
here.
guy like me? No problem.
Our base is under
As you can
attack.
tell, they're gonna just
Construction
bomb me.
complete. Building.
And
Our
as you can
ally
tell,
is under
it
attack.
seems that
Our ally
just
is
having
under
air
attack.
superiority doesn't seem to solve the problems that they face. But hey,
Building. Construction
See
complete.
here.
New construction
come on.
options.
Nope, no.
Enemy units
There you go.
detected.
Good job.
Building. Construction complete.
like that.
Cannot
There you
deploy here. Construction complete. Oil derrick captured.
See,
Building.
I do want one of these up.
Building.
And I think I would put one
Construction
actually out
complete.
here as well.
New construction options.
Just because it is more
Training.
perfect that way. Well, not
Construction complete.
perfect.
Building. Battlefield expanded. Our base is under attack.
what
General
is-
Krukov has arrived to supervise this battle personally.
Yay, supervision.
As the ranking commander of this operation, I am requisitioning your resources. After all, as comrades in arms, it is one for all and all for one, is it not?
You gotta love
Construction
that too.
complete.
He does it with a smile on his face.
Natasha
Hey man,
here.
I'll take
You
your
have
money.
for me?
I'll take all that hard-earned cash you use. I'll take that.
Construction complete.
Point leader
New
direct.
construction options.
On the move.
You
Repairing.
need engineer?
But to explain what I
once was
figure,
professor.
and what
Our
I'm
base is
figuring
under
is the
attack.
reason why they actually don't do a Middle Eastern or
Building.
You need
North
engineer?
African
Building.
base
Enemy
is
units
because
detected.
Somebody
you
call
couldn't
for an
take and
engineer?
pull off the same
I suppose it has value.
cookie cutter map
All from transport, open for
design
business. All from
as you would be able
transport,
to
open
with
for
these.
business.
Because if you notice, a lot of it is pretty much
Insufficient
reused,
funds.
and not only that, but
Our ally
every
is under
mission
attack.
I would say almost every mission has to have some kind of water. Because none of this other stuff, like nothing else in this game, is more important than having water. And that's because if you had no water, as it's demonstrated, I think in only a few missions, maybe a few missions, I think most, if not
Our
99% of
ally
them
is
have
under attack.
water.
Magnetic
But the
satellite
reason
ready.
why
I
is
am here
because
now. Do you have the time?
every unit,
Enemy
every
units
important
detected.
unit or every
Oil
unit
derrick
that
captured.
does something really cool has an amphibious option.
Our
You know,
ally
and
is
not
under
only that,
attack.
but if you took and
Building.
cut out the naval battles in this, or navies,
A unit is
a lot
under
of this
attack.
game
Oil derrick
would be
captured.
dull. Or at least most of the technology that each faction uses would be greatly diminished. Even though each one has a certain strength with their three. Like the Allies have a good air force, the Soviets have a good ground force, and the Japanese have a good navy.
Insufficient funds.
You know. And each gets an upgrade for, you know, their respective preferred,
A unit is under attack.
their preferred means of weaponry or war. I love that. It's called an Apollo fighter. It's beautiful.
Enemy units detected.
Bullfrog transport.
The seas will run red. Our time has come.
And it's always, for the Soviets, it's kind of ham-fisted for their...
allies
Okay,
under
that's
attack.
gone. For the Soviets, their naval
Units
power is pretty
lost.
ham-fisted. You've got, as you know, you've got the Stingers, but you've got a sub, and between those two, they're supposed to be the mainline Soviet units for the water, and they just suck. They suck tremendously. And that's been destroyed, so we gotta destroy that. And you'll notice when things are destroyed, when the AI no longer fires the rockets and you tell it to fire, and it moves instead. So it knows.
Select
It
target.
knows.
Supermagnetic satellite ready.
The surrender is inevitable.
Enemy base detected.
Still don't have any sight on it, but that's okay.
We shall prevail.
We took it
shall
out.
be no
Units
We took it out.
detected.
Let's go over here and destroy
Our
these.
ally is under attack.
Actually, no. Destroy these first.
Building. Building.
Sputnik.
Building.
And it's pretty hilarious that you see this air base, and you see all these open slots, but yet nobody fills up each and every slot. You know, they've got all the building slots here, but you go across the rest of them, there's like no other super weapons or other things that go into these last
Enemy
three
base
slots.
detected.
And I hate that.
On full alert. Yes, let's look over
Just
there.
because it gives you false
What's
hope,
over
you know?
here?
Enemy
Like,
units
oh,
detected.
there's certainly more to this game than what I'm
We
seeing,
have
but
full authority.
nope.
Yes.
Joke's on ye.
A unit is under
Let's
attack.
not lose our... Let's not lose our units because I'm being foolish.
Forward to our hapless foes. On full alert. Yes. Stand together and fight, comrades. Do not hold back. The surrender is inevitable.
Boo, 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 boo. It's an easy mission, obviously.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm trying to think of what I want
Enemy
to do.
units detected.
Just helping out my Krukov
If
guy.
Lenin could see us now. Premises.
You never know. Krukov may need help. Oh, and he took that too, didn't he? Oh, man. I didn't even notice that he had that.
Where's
That's
our
on
first
me.
stop? Finally, we're watching.
It's on me.
Seafaring patriots, smite them down.
You need
Who needs an
engineer?
eye?
Construction complete. Bonus objective complete.
I'll see you there, yes?
Yeah, go deal with that.
Our ally is under attack. Building. Enemy base detected.
Dreadnought
Enemy base has been detected.
Our
Oh
ally
my
is under
god.
attack.
It's not as though nobody else noticed that there's a bunch of blue lines over there, right? It's like, well, you know.
I'll take care of him for you.
And see, this is the AI. You know,
Victory is at hand.
on the inside, it hurts me on an existential level that the AI would willingly be like, well, hey, you know,
Yes?
let's just fly our units over there.
Enemy
You know, they
units
can't do
detected.
anything, but we'll, you know,
Construction complete.
just fly them there. Well, you see, and then they've got actual troops to do stuff.
lemon for second place.
Yeah, I agree with that concept.
course,
Why would they
comrade.
build it here? Oh, it's because, you
We
know,
have discovered the malignancy within, Commander.
have
The
we?
traitor is General Krukov. He is the dirty swoloch responsible for the attempt on my life.
Is he?
Cut out the cancer. Destroy him before he destroys us all.
Building.
Okay.
The Premier has spoken. Your new target is Krukov.
Did you see
New
something?
objective received.
Where are those vermin? Let's
Enemy units detected. The Premier has authorized you to construct Kirov airships. Construction complete. Construction complete.
No, no, I didn't want
First,
you
we
on the
have
ground
full
there. I
authority.
want you up higher than that.
In control.
Need you over
Orders
here,
are clear.
making a forward base of operations.
Yes, a beautiful country. I make myself at home
Just gotta be
here.
smart here, ladies and gentlemen.
Building.
Be smart.
Our base is under attack.
Rule these waters.
Construction.
Oh
complete.
no!
Our
Somebody
ally is
aggroed
under
them.
attack.
Oh no!
Is under attack.
Oh
What are you
no!
doing? Why are you attacking me?
I didn't even
Do
do
you really
anything,
want
bud.
to fight
I
with
did
me?
absolutely jack.
I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Yeah, I would too if I was just gonna jump the fucking gun like that. Thanks, ass. Oh man, let me just jump the gun here, you know? Why not, man? I thought it was a good idea at the time.
Select target. Our ally is
You know,
under
you were
attack.
having such a good time destroying all those
Our ally
allies.
is under
You
attack.
decided to kick in the
Construction
door and
complete.
deal with that
Orbital
problem,
drop
man.
ready. Our base is under attack.
Where's my...
Repairing.
Wait, what's going on? They're fighting each other now?
Yeah, sadly we are.
Let's pay your
Cause somebody's being a meaningful feeny today. Oh, and I lost my, I lost Natasha. It upsets me greatly. I don't like losing Natasha. She's good. She's a very good,
Can you
very good
feel the
leader.
Soviet might? Take your positions,
Actually, you know
comrades.
what? Just
Kirov reporting. End their arrogance. Bullfrog is
in
for
their
you.
arrogance, indeed.
We rule these waters. None shall oppose the Union. How's everything?
Let's knock these down. You have to admit, these are pretty tough. If you don't have a lot of these bullfrogs, they're going to have a hard time.
Whatever you say.
Best part about the bullfrog, though, is they can drive away.
You want it, you got
That's
it.
what I love about the bullfrogs.
Another pest. This is our day, comrades. When will they learn?
Can you shoot that guy down? Great. I'd appreciate that a lot.
Whatever you say.
And see, this is why you don't rely on air power. Because if you have the idea of, oh, I'm going to use a giant blimp to defeat the Allies, yeah, a giant blimp ain't doing jack.
Under attack.
I mean, even if I'm going to sit here and do this, let's see if we can we can do anything
Stand
here.
together and fight, comrades.
Reiter Krukov, your hubris will be your undoing.
So, you know, you can sit here and do that, but you notice it's not as tough as you want it to be. And I think if we take him out, it'll be okay.
You filthy traitor! You are no soldier. Your time will come. I promise you.
What do you mean I'm no
ally is under
soldier and
attack.
my time will come? Come on, man.
fool. You had this coming.
Our ally is under attack.
Yeah, you took my money.
Select target.
Yeah, you took my money. Ain't nobody happy about you taking my money.
Can you feel the Soviet might?
Okay, so they don't give up immediately.
A collector
I was hoping
is
they
under
would,
attack.
but no, they don't. They don't. They like to be just annoying. Like, okay, fine. I'll do something about this.
Our
How is
base is
everything?
under attack. On hold. Cancelled.
Some of
Building.
these jets. Come on, give me a
A
jet so
collector
I can
is
sit
under
here and do
attack.
something about this.
We've lost a collector.
Bothersome.
Structure sold.
Quite upsetting. Quite
Building.
upsetting. Just saying. It's quite upsetting. Upsets me greatly.
I have
Mig,
something
ready to
for
rule the
them.
skies.
I don't think we've met.
No.
Bullfrog
Think I've met you.
to oppose us.
Insufficient funds.
So hopefully when I drop, I'm just going to try and knock out all their anti-air
On hold.
I can
like that. And as I've knocked all those out, hopefully, when it comes down here, when it starts bombing,
Construction complete.
it'll be better.
A unit is under attack.
But you have to admit, it's quite absurd to be worried about Krukovs.
Mig, ready to rule the skies.
Or, yeah, no, Kirovs.
Have
Kirovs,
I
I'm
missed
sorry.
anyone?
Krukos. Oh,
They cannot
Krukos.
manage your will.
No, it's ridiculous to be scared of those.
Here we go.
I'd be more scared of
This is
those
our
twin
day,
blades than I would be
comrades.
of blimps.
Forward, comrades.
But, you know, it's one of those
Our ally
futurist,
is under attack.
cool futurist things that you find cool and futuristic, if not
I will
silly.
show you around.
Someone to fight?
Yeah, some of the fights.
The sky is ours.
Let's see, can you guard? Do you have a guard protocol?
A unit is
I'll
under
go out here
attack.
and deal with these. And it's hilarious that they don't actually shoot bullets, they just shoot rockets.
The sky is ours.
Kind of like a, it's one of those things where you have to ask, this is really pathetic.
Take your positions, comrades. Yes? I'm on my way. There, of course. Enemies of the Union shall burn. I have something for them.
Okay, what are you all doing? Just like, oh, let me just stand here and float over these objects, not worry about them. Granted,
Krukov has come to steal our glory once more. He's no nationalist.
Enemy engineer detected.
Krukov is dead! Huzzah!
Krukov's
Okay.
army has
No, never
sworn
mind.
allegiance to you, Commander.
Never mind.
Air superiority.
For some reason, I kill his base, but I don't kill.
You thugs can't even tell who's on your own team, can you? Pathetic.
Ouch. It's very harsh.
Battlefield expanded. Von Essling Air Base is alerted to our presence. Please proceed with caution. New objective received.
I'm happy they've
The Allies
got
have a
some
proton collider in the
base.
vicinity. You must find a way to destroy it before it can fire.
El
Building.
Proton Collector.
Building.
He's scary. Oh,
Building.
it's a proton collector, boys and girls. It's scary.
Our base is under attack.
If Lenin could see us now, indeed.
Construction complete.
Oh, look at all them
Construction
dolphins.
complete.
Dolphins. I hate dolphins.
Construction complete.
Really do.
Building. Construction
I
complete.
mean, they're great units. They, to an
Construction
extent.
complete.
I mean, they're kind of silly, but, you know, it's a silly good type, you know? They can be
Building.
efficient, they can be effective. They're effectively annoying right there.
Enemy
but-
commando detected.
Ooh, we got a commando out
Collector is
too?
under attack.
We have a commando out too, huh?
Construction complete.
I like
Building. Our base is under attack. Cannot deploy here. Building.
What am I
Our
doing by
ally
doing
is
that?
under attack.
I don't want to do that.
Construction complete.
Silly me.
Supermagnetic satellite ready. Cancelled. Building. On
You like
hold.
me to put that up there?
Cancelled.
Like,
Building.
what am I
A
thinking?
collector is under attack. Building.
Yes, I
Cannot
see the
deploy
collector is
here.
under
The
attack.
seas will run red.
But what situation has been there to solve?
If Lenin could see us now. What's
Our base is under attack.
Oh,
A
come
collector
on.
is under
Really?
attack.
Okay, so it's going to be
Construction
that kind of
complete. Construction
operation. Alright,
complete.
fine, if that's how it's going to be.
Select target.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to solve this problem. Whoop! Up in the air it goes. Up in the air it goes.
Enemies of the Union shall burn. The moment we have waited for. Where's
So
the next
you
stop?
over here and
Try
bomb
the
that.
place. Can you feel the Soviet might? These enemies will perish.
And see, there's these guys. And where's my Megs at?
MiG fighter. Plenty of gas. The sky is ours.
Full left. Victory is at hand. I will
Get
show you
these guys.
around.
A unit is under attack.
What may you be?
Gonna call your mommy? On approach.
Down.
Enemy
Scanning for
commander
hostile.
detected.
Back. Good. Just bomb her.
Never thought you'd ask. Leave our mark. Oh, look. Is that your house? Ah, the sounds of destruction.
You have to admit, this is a good way of demonstrating
Drop
a
another load.
because they have no air defenses.
Never thought you'd ask.
The only air defenses, the only faction without air defenses is us and the traitor. So it's nice to give the player a power fantasy in these moments, thinking, yeah, see, these are cool, right? These are cool. Because this is one of the units that everybody, I guess, identifies with Red Alert with, but it was never that good. Even now, it's not even that good.
Look what we have here. That's right.
I mean, against the AI at times it is, but other than that,
A unit is under attack.
I have something for them. Never thought you'd ask. Ah, that's nice. Drop another load. Ah, the sounds of destruction. Seafaring patriots.
and I think we will have. Yep, that'll be destroyed here in a moment. Actually,
Select target.
see who
Enemy
gets there
units
first.
detected.
Throw all the boats and things down there. Just nice.
Our base is under
Where's the
attack.
next stop? I'm a
No other way to make
keeper.
something
Don't
feel
laugh.
underpowered
A
than just
collector
that.
is under attack.
I'm a collector.
Nice work, comrade. You have done well in exterminating the traitorous General Krukov. It is good to know I can rely on you.
Ah.
We destroy the Allies and kill the traitor, all in the same day. We've had some good times, my friend. Perhaps one day we will again work together.
Our
I
base
hope
is
so.
under attack.
I think it's pretty hilarious, though, that nobody states the obvious. It's like, isn't it a little bit strange that he would betray us? Isn't it a little bit strange what's going on? Do you think we're really being told the truth? And my kill unit, oh my gosh. Units, so it's like 1022 versus 143. Ooh. Yeah, green wasn't very bright. Olive is not very bright. It was one of the worst missions for him, but I've got to say, for the mission itself, it's pretty hilarious. It's all about quote-unquote air power and how silly it is, and the ability to just make the computer AI weaker. Because, you know, I wonder how well this would be on a controller, because I'm sure a controller would be even harder. Like, doing all that on a controller harder, especially if somebody aggroes the general before we're ready, and then, you know, he just comes in and just dumps bombs on stuff, and you lose. It's like, ooh. Let us continue and see what happens next.